that you have to start by knowing them before you can even like do a lot of complicated project there. So now we are on display statement. So if you want to display a statement, you must start by writing what cout. All right. Then cout is the one that's gonna what that's gonna send the print command to your computer there, right? So is the one that's sending the message that okay, you want to do what you want to display or you want to print to the screen there, right? So and the cout statement it is not only the one there we also have what insertion operator, right? So with the insertion operator is doing what it inserted the text on the output console, right? So that's how we can say, which is why we are opening the program, we select the console application. And also I realized that there is some of the other students when they create a new project, they start by creating an empty text first. So that one for me, I think that's the one that always like confuse a lot of students, because you'll find out that when you create that empty text, you must make sure you write the name of the file. Then after that, or the name of the project, after that you have to say .cpp because it's a C++. But if you create your project by straight to the console application there, it don't give you any problem. Then it means there is no need for you when you write the name of the project to say .cpp there. So I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about when you say when you open the project, make sure you just do the console application. Because for me, when I was a first year, that's how like I was opening my project. I found it very easy than to open an empty text there, because that one it can be good for it is good, but for the beginners it gives problems, because sometimes someone just create a project, then after that forget to put that .cpp, then the project when it's not running, then is a problem. But this one is straightforward, you know, like when your project is not running, it means is your code inside there. We will not find out that the compiler will be complaining that it doesn't find the language that you are trying to run. Because once you say .cpp, we are telling it, okay, I'm running what? I'm running C++. Okay, so after that we have what? We also have an end line, right? So we also have an end line. So this end line is just tell the compiler to do what? To go to the new line. It means, for example, if you see out this statement, right? It means to your screen or to the console, they just gonna put what? They just gonna display the text only. Then after that is gonna end the line. So when it ending the line, it means the caser is moving from here to the next line. That's why they say go to the new line there. Okay. So from the display statement, if all of you guys understand the display statement, then I move to how to declare the variable types there. So if all of you understand, you can just show me by you can also raise the hand there, just to show me that you understand the display statement, so that I can move to the variable types there. Just to raise the hand there, then so that I can move. I'm checking. Uh, okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I see. Okay. Okay, I see. So, um, now I'm gonna move to what do you call this? I'm gonna move straight to to the variable types. I see a lot of you get it. So now I'm gonna move to the variable types. So with the variable type, we have what we have in the first one here. We have an integer, right? So integer, when you write it in a code block there, you just write it as an int. So an integer, like it representing any number without what? Without the comma, right? So also we have what? We have a float. So a float is the it representing those numbers with decimals, right? Then also we have what? We have a string. So a string is a string. You represent it by what? By the double quotes there, right? So it means with the string, each and every time when you declare a variable and also giving it the value, then you have to make sure that you are assigning it what to you have to make sure that you are writing the text inside what inside the double quote. So if you don't write your text inside the double quote when you are assigning a value of type string, it means it's gonna give you an error there because it means you are no longer following the syntax for the what for the string there. Then also we have a double there. So with the double here, I said it's the same as the float, but it's just that it contained more than decimals there. You see. So then this is an example why I'm saying, for example, this 23, then those all the variables there. So if you can check the difference between the float and the double, is just that the double is the one that contains more decimals there, right? So that's the difference there. So it means when you are working with the number that have more decimals, we can work with the with what with the double. So um there is also a character, right? So with the character, like make sure it represented by what? It must be represented by the single quote, and they say the character value must be put inside what? Inside the single quote. So it means whenever you are representing a variable type of the character, must be what? Inside the single quotes there. So anything, it can be a character, but make sure you put it inside what? A digit can be a character, a operator, the operators can be the character there. You see, so those things, make sure you put it inside what inside the single quote to denote that it's a character there. Then also we have the variable type of what? Of the boolean. So the boolean is always like either true or false. So the boolean is represented by what? By true or false there. Okay, so this is all the variable types that we're gonna use on this module. Okay, so then another thing, then also you must know how to declare variables, right? So it is also important to know how to declare a variable. So declaring a variable, we have to make sure always is always like this. You have to make sure you have a variable type, a variable name, right? And also when you have a value, it means they told you to do what? To declare and initializing a variable. So when they say, can you please declare and initialize a variable, it means for you must go and write the variable type, write the variable name, then give it a value, right? So that's what they mean when it say declaring a variable and initializing it a value. So it means you just declare a variable, make sure you write the variable type. So make sure every time when you declare a variable, you put the type in there. So if you declare a variable, then you don't put the variable type, then the compiler will complain that the variable name that we are using, it is not declared, right? So that's the thing that always when you declare the variable, you have to make sure the variable type is there. Then also there is the thing of they can ask you to declare a variable without initializing it, right? So when they say declare a variable without initializing it, it means you just say declare a variable without giving it a value or without assigning it to a value, right? So now here we set the variable type. Here also variable name. So here just gonna variable type there. We can just we see on C plus variable type. Variable type is representing all the variable type that are there. It just gonna depend on the question there. So if the question they say declare and float, it means here on the variable type you put the float. Then the variable name, it can be any name that you wanna write. For example, here on the variable name, I can just say number, right? So that's how you can declare your variable without initializing it. Then there is also the thing of declaring a constant variable, right? So if you declare a constant variable, right? So the key to represent the constant variable is what? Is this one? Is this one constant, right? So it means if you make a variable to be a constant, it means it won't change throughout your program, right? So if you declare the variable as a constant, then through your program you change it, then it means the compiler will complain that you are changing a constant variable. So it won't allow that, right? So that's also the thing that you have to be aware of. Um, so before I move to the display the statement with variable, is there anyone with a question on the declaring the variables there? Then if you guys understand, you can raise the hand, then I move. Mm, yeah, I'll be checking there. Those who are understanding. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, good, 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 good. So there is also the thing of displaying the statement with the variable. So when they say once they tell you to display, then you must think about the cout. The cout must come into your mind. Like, okay, when they say display, okay, okay. Um, Okay, guys, let me just go back. There is someone who wants more explanation about the declaration of the variable here. So, um, on the declaration of the variable, right? So when you declare a variable, you have to make sure there is a variable type. So as I said before, the variable type, there must be all the variable type that are under this, right? So you just choose one here. If they say they want it to be a character, then it means on the variable type you write a character. So when you write you don't write this character in all. You just write this one char. So in short, we write it like this, right? So you just put it here. Then also the variable name, you can decide on any variable name that you put, right? So also like I'm gonna open a short program where I'll be showing you how to declare this kind of the variable. So don't worry, I'll just also get into it when you're gonna do it there on the code block. So okay, thank you, the tutorial. I will just help you show more of declaring the variable when we're gonna do the example on the code block there. Okay, so now we move towards to the display statement, right? So as I said, like when they say display, it means we have to think about what the cout and also what the insertion operator there, right? Because I told you that the insertion operator is the one that's sending the message to the computer there that you want to do what you want to print or you want to do what you want to display, right? This is an insertion operator. This operator here, that's insertion. So it means now, then another thing, when you display when you display a text to the console there or to the screen, make sure that the text that you display, it must be inside the double quotes. Always it must be inside the double quote. If you don't put inside the double quotes, then the compiler will not know what's happening, because if something is not inside the double quote, the compiler will think that it's a variable name, right? So like this one here, when just to display a single variable on a line, then it means here this text is just representing any message that we want to put inside here, right? Sometimes it can depend on the question, right? So it can just put anything that you want to put, but it must be inside the double quote. Then the variable name, it must be the variable that was declared on your program. You can't write any variable name that was not declared on your program, right? So there is also the thing of, if you want to display more than one variable, then it means you can also do this way. So doing this way, it means you're just gonna put your text there, and also the variable name, the text again, and also the variable name. So you can display many variable name as you want, right? On one line, they can display many as you want. So there is no restriction that, okay, I can only display one variable here, you see. So depending on the question, or depending on how you want to format your output, then you can display many variable name there as you want. Mm, so what I mean by variable name, remember this variable name, when you display it here, it means it contains the value. So when you display it here, it displays the value that is contained to it. So this one I'm going to show you also. Um, okay, so there is also okay, I think I'm moving too much. Okay, let me just stop here, on the cout statement, then go and create just a little program so that you can see what's happening with the cout statement. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go and create a little program about all the stuff that we did here. But if you guys want me, before I can open the new project, want me to explain about how the input statement work, I can see you can just raise your hand there. I'll just decide on doing it now. But if I see few, it means most of you want first to understand what I did before there. So okay, I don't see anyone. I don't see anyone. So if it is like that, I don't see anyone. It means I'll just start a new program, then doing all the stuff that I was discussing there. Mm, okay. So I said this thing. I'm sure all of you can see my screen. So I said this thing, like, make sure don't do the thing of when you open the project, you go and open the empty one there. So for you, like, always not to have an issue where you say, I didn't add .cpp. Sometimes you find out that when you write your project name, you only wrote .cp, you left other p there, then it's a problem, then you don't know even like how to solve it, you see. So for me, the best way is just to click on create new project. So after creating a new project, you go straight to the console. You click the console, right? That's the console application. So after clicking the console application, then click the go. Then here you see, like, always is just by the default is always gonna select the C++, but you make sure that what you select the right language there, which is C++. Then here the project name, It can be anything. It can be anything, the project name. Just write any project name that you want. Then also make sure you see also here they say folder to create the project in. So here you create, you go and check where your file will be saved, because I found out like most of the students like they create a project, then after that then they don't know where they saved their project. Then it's a better thing to click here. Then after clicking there, it means we just gonna select where you wanna save your project, right? So if I want to save it inside here, I just gonna click open there, then it means my project will be saved there. So it is important to know where your file are saved. Okay. Then I click finish, then it's done. So here you just click on source, you click main CPP, then your project must open. So unlike opening it that way that most of the students they are doing. Okay, so on that process that I did, you guys understand? Okay, can I see the hands? Can I see the hands? Can I see the hands? Understanding what I just did. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. So, um, okay, so I'm just gonna create a a little program there. So, but before I can even create a little program there is the thing of you can find out there is other student who doesn't understand like what's the use of those hashtag include iostream, then also using namespace std there. So because it is important also to know what's the meaning of this thing, because if you don't understand the meaning of these headers, then you'll find out now if you run the code without this header, then if you have an error, you will not even know or not even notice like why you are getting that error. But if you understand the importance of these headers, then it means if you have any error, then you'll know like what's happening, right? So when we are talking about the iostream, so once we see hashtag iostream, I'm sure most of you you have been seeing this thing hashtag iostream like on many of the program, but you are just, I'm sure most of you are just running the program, you don't even understand like what's happening with the iostream. So the iostream, you must know that is the one that's gonna allow you to run the input and output stream. That's why here it's IO stream there. So it means it's the one that's gonna allow you to include what an input output stream. So um um also we have what, and also we have a namespace std there, right? So I can also like just paste the nodes that I have here so that you guys can see. Okay, so this one can just format it this way. So let me just command this thing out here. So this is all the information about the IO stream. They say this is a preprocessor directive that includes the input output stream library in C++. The IO stream library allows the use of standard input and output operators such as cout, cin. So these two, I'm just gonna remove them for now. Okay. So it means when you have the IO stream here, there, when you write the cout inside the main function, it won't give you an error, right? And also there is there is the use of what? The use of the namespace std there. So that namespace std, it is also very important because all the standard library functions and the objects like the cout, the cin, they are stored inside here. So it means when you don't include this namespace, it means when you are creating your project, it will be like forcing you to, before each and every this cout or cin, it will be force you to do std, because this std, it is the one that is what, that's gonna allow you to use those cout and the cin there, right? So this cout, the cin, they belong to this namespace. So it means without including this namespace, it means for you when you write cout, they must say std cout. You see, then that's a lot of work, right? So I'm also gonna paste the notes for this using namespace here. Okay, so um, command out. Okay. Uh, so yeah, so now they say in C++, all standard library function and object like cout, cin, end line, etc. belong to the std namespace. You see, using std allows you to use them without prefixing std every time. So it means once you have this using namespace std, no need for you to do what? To always prefixing them. Like, what do you mean? Like, they mean um always you're not gonna do this, you see. um then cout. So once you have the namespace, no need to do std, right? You know that it is already included there. So I'm sure most of you seen the videos there on YouTube. You see, like, there is some of the other YouTubers there that create a project and then use the STD there. Then you can even ask, especially as a first day, you can ask yourself like, what's a penny? You see. So that's the reason there. So it's the for the beginners, it's the best way always when you create your project. Make sure hashtag include iostream using namespace STD. They are there. Okay. Any question from those two? Okay. Then if you guys you understand, raise the hands there. I'm gonna see. Then move. Okay. Okay. I see the hands there. Okay. Gustav, 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 Gustav. Okay, so now we're gonna move straight to the what? Straight to the main function, right? So this thing in the main, it representing what? It representing the main function, right? So it means when you run the project, then the compiler start to check inside what, inside the main function, right? So it means everything start inside here, right? If you have a variable type that is declared inside here, then the compiler find out that variable type, it did not even state its headers, then it means it's gonna give you the problem. So that's why it always start running what inside the main function, because starting to run inside the main function, it means if it finds any error, it means okay, let me check, is there a header for this one, then if there is a header for it, then it's fine. So that's why it always like the program when it runs, it start in the main function. Okay, so the return of 0, this one is just meaning that your program executed successfully there. So this one is just meaning your program executed successfully there, right? Once you return 0, it means your program executed successfully, because if you run a program here, if you have an error on line 16, it means your code is just gonna stop there because of that error. It means then your program was not executed successfully there. Okay. Okay, so from there, I'm just gonna declare a variable here, right? Declare a variable, right? As I've shown you the syntax, when you declare the variable, first of all, you must make sure you have what? A variable type, and also you have what? A variable name. And also you must, when you do variables, you are using what? The camel case method. So the camel case method is make sure that uh, um when after each and every new word that you are writing, when you are declaring a variable, you make sure the first character there, it must make sure that it's an uppercase, right? So when you are declaring a variable, it's either you are using a variable. So this variable is a weight itself. So if you wanna add another weight there to make this thing one weight, it means we have to start that another weight with what? With the uppercase there. That's why here is a I wrote variable, then name. You see, and starting with what? With the uppercase character there, you see. So, and if you don't want it to do like this, it means you can work it this way. Just make an underscore, then it means the one that's gonna follow is just gonna be what? It's just gonna follow being what do you call, being the lowercase there. All right. So that's the way. So now I'm declaring the variable. I'm just gonna say float, right? Number, right? So this is the variable that I declared there, right? So if I can just declare a variable and also give it a value, let's say 9.98, then it means I declared a variable, right? And also declare a variable and also um give it a value, right? So I just declared a variable and also give it a value, or you can say declared a variable and initializing it, right? So this is the variable that I declared, which is a float, then I gave it a value. So that's what they mean when they say declare variable and give it a value, right? So there is another thing that you have to know. If you declare a variable in your program, it means that variable, you must use it in your program. If you find yourself declare a variable in your program, then you did not use that variable, then it means there is something wrong in your program there, because you can declare a variable then not use it in your program. Then once you declare it, you must use it. All right. So now I'm just gonna show you the display statement, right? So here I'm just gonna display a number there. So I told you, as I said before, um, when you display a statement, you must use what? Cout, and also must use what? Insertion operator there. So it means I'm gonna say cout, cout. Then here, I told you that inside the text you can just put any text that you want. Then you can just say the number is, then there you can do what? You can just write the number. You see, then that number is representing what? The variable name, and that number is the one that's gonna display what? Is the one that's gonna display 9.98 there. Then after that, you can enter the line, Or if you don't want to end the line there, you can just do what? Just terminate without ending the line. So now if we try to build our program must run and display a number. Okay. Okay, so we're just waiting for this thing to display the output there. Then I'm gonna just take to show you what's happening. So this is the output. You see the number is 9.98. You see, that's the number. So this thing, now if I change this float to be an integer, then don't expect our output to have decimals there, because a float and decimal is not the same thing. I told you that with an integer, it doesn't what it doesn't have what the decimals. So guys, okay, I think I'm gonna stop now. So before I can stop, I can also include the another variable type, let's say integer. um, then with the integer, I'm gonna give it the value of 8. Then now say double. Then I'm just gonna say value. So, and another thing, note that always when you declare a variable, don't write the same name, the same variable name again and again. So now I can say when I declare the variable for the double, I can say num. You see, so don't do like this, please. Don't do like this. Okay. So here, as I said, value. Then I'm just gonna give it a value of so with the double, so it can take many decimal as you want, right? So and also we have what I'm just gonna put declare all the variable type that we have and also give their values. And also we have what a string. A string I can just say name, then I can just say John, then terminate. So always, after each and every line, you must terminate your program. If you don't terminate, it's going to give you an error. All right. And also, when you run your program, you must be able to see where your program is having an error. So now I'm just gonna build the program. So I'm gonna show you how to debug your program if you have an error there, right? So let me show there is okay, wait, there must be a logo there. Yeah, so this one, always when you have an error, so it's gonna show you which line have an error. So you see, not they say line 25 an error expected, this or this before what, before they see out. So it means when they direct you line 25 there is an error, then they say before they see out there. So it means you must go and check any error that you can see, but before they see out, they're directing you before they see out. Because I see most of the students also, they don't understand that how to check their project when it giving them their errors there. So this is the best way you check. You just read here error expected, this or this before what, before they see out. So it's telling you like before they see out is either you forgot to put this or this. So this is a comma, or this is what is the one that's gonna is the symbol that we are using what to terminate your program. So it's complaining about those things. So it's gonna show you the program. It's gonna show you what's missing, and also it's gonna direct you which line, and it's also gonna direct you before what. So that's how it's gonna always direct you. So you must also know how to to fix the errors there. Okay. I'm sure you guys get this thing. Okay. So we have also another variable name, which is a character, right? So which is a character. So with the character, make sure when you give it when you declare and giving it a value, you must put that character inside inside the double quote. So don't do the thing of when they say declare and initialize a character, then we'll put a d g h there. Those things, they are no longer the character, they are no longer representing a single character there. So when you're talking about the single character, it must be a single character there. So those other things, you must remove them. It must be single like that. It's either you put this backslash, or you put a number, or you put the number S8 there, S8 inside there. It's still gonna be what? It's still gonna be accepted there, right? So most of the time, it's just gonna depend on what you wanna write inside there. So even T there is still accepted because what? It's a character. So now we have another variable, which is what? Which is a bool, right? So I can just say results for the boolean. So this is a boolean. Is either be true, right? Is either represented by being true or being false there, right? So it's either being represented by true or false. So with the boolean, if you when you declare it, you can either choose to assign it as one like this. So when you say bool result is equals to what? Is equals to 1, then 1 for the boolean, it representing that is true, right? 1 for the boolean, it what? It represent true. Then false, it represented by what? By 0. So now if I say bool, right, can just say any, then say false. Then this false, if I want to declare it in other way, I'm just gonna say bool any, then is equals to 0. Is equals to 0 there. So this thing, they are representing the same thing. If we can run this one, it must work. So both of them, if we can run them, they must do the work. Okay. You see, we didn't get any error. So it means when you declare a boolean, you can either choose, when they say give it the value of true, then you can either go whether give it the value of 1 for the true, or give it the value of 0 for false there. Okay. Then you guys, now the only thing that left for you is to do what? Is just to go and make sure you complete this thing by displaying a number for the float, for the integer, and another number for the double, another number for the string. So it's just gonna be the same procedure as I did here. It means for the integer, you can just say cout number. For int, you can just say number for int, then display what? Display that number here, right? So same procedure. Also, you're gonna say, also you're gonna do the same thing with the other, saying the number for the double. So here I'm just showing you how to display, right? So I'm just showing you how to display there. So it means you can, as I'm gonna stop this thing, you can just go and display the double, display the string name, display the character. You see. Okay. So I want to stop this thing. Okay, so you see now here we have the number is then the number for int 80 there. So I just forgot to put is 80 there. So for you, you're just gonna make sure you go and display the double, go and display the string, go and display the character this same way as I've shown you here. So if there is no one with the question, then I'm gonna stop this. But you guys, tomorrow we're gonna continue. Then from tomorrow, I'm gonna show you how to ask the user to enter the value from the keyboard, and from that we can do the displaying. Then after that, we'll see on what other stuff we need to cover. But also I saw that there is also the plus, the plus plus, not the plus plus. There's also the operators that also we need to learn according to the there is C++ operator that you need to learn. You must make sure we will be covering also if we finish the input statement, we must make sure we cover the plus, the minus, the multiplication, the division. Also I will put more of my time on the division and also on what on the this reminder, right? So that's where I'm gonna put more of my time here because I know most struggle on those on these two. Okay. Um. Yeah. Bye, guys. So we're gonna continue tomorrow. So I don't want to give you to teach you a lot of stuff at the same time. So now go and know how to declare variable and give it a value, and also now how to display what to display a a statement to what to the console there, and also displaying it with what with a single variable, and also if you can also add the thing of displaying it with more than two variables, then also like yeah, you'll be getting this thing. Okay, guys, if you guys don't have any questions, then I'm gonna close this thing. So if you could understand everything that I did, please raise up the hands there. Okay. Thanks, guys. I see the hands there. Thanks. So okay, thank you, guys. So this recording, if you wanna see it, I'm just gonna put it also on my YouTube channel there. Yeah, I'm also gonna put it there on my YouTube channel. So for more stuff there on my YouTube channel, you can also do the subscription there. If you subscribe there, it means everything that I post there. If you missed the lesson, it means you'll be able to get it from there. Yeah. So I'm just gonna stop here. Okay. Thank you, guys.